So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 4 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to dive into today includes updates on both Killzone and Socom PlayStation 5, the PlayStation Showcase and the day it could go live, new head at PlayStation has been revealed, and Insomniac responds to fans on SpiderMan 2. First, yes or no, have you played any Socom game in the past or not? We're going to be talking about Socom in the video today, but the franchise dates far back at this point, and I'm curious who's played any of those games. So comment below yes or no if you've played any Socom game or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Insomniac Games responds to fans. Reading from Push Square, Insomniac Games has asked fans for patience as anticipation for Marvel Spider-Man 2 reaches fever pitch. Thus far, we've only seen one trailer for the game, but the PlayStation 5 exclusive is apparently due out in September. And some people are pondering why it's taking so long for the studio to show more footage. "We're in the kitchen" is the analogy the studio used in a response to a fan who questions why it's taking so long to reveal new media. "It smells good in there, but we just ask for a little more patience." So for me, I get where Insomniac Games is coming from, obviously, because we've seen people ask about Spider-Man 2 for some time now, but really, it's an understandable question. The game was officially announced back in 2021, and Insomniac has been pretty much radio silent in terms of new information or a new trailer for the game since then. Considering we're almost in May and the game is officially set to release this fall, people are curious why we haven't gotten a new trailer since 2021. On another note, it's great to hear that they've said it smells good in the kitchen, so the game development's going well. I'm not surprised considering Insomniac Games has been on point with their games, so I expect the same for this one. The next trailer for the game will probably be at the next PlayStation Showcase that is supposed to be announced in the coming weeks. We'll talk about that more so in a sec. Now, diving into the second story of the video, the next PlayStation Showcase. So an update on the PlayStation Showcase situation went live after the Friday episode, but I wanted to cover it here today for anyone who missed it, and we're all aligned on this topic. Reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, the much anticipated PlayStation Showcase could be happening in May 2023, according to insider Jeff Grubb. In a recent podcast, he can probably safely say that the next PlayStation Showcase will appear in May, though saying before Summer Games Fest is what he'll continue to predict, as that is the safest option. At the latest, Grubb expects the presentation to be in early June. Grubb's May prediction on a Giant Bomb podcast falls in line with his prior statement in February that the PlayStation Showcase could be before E3 2023. Now that E3 has been cancelled, it's only fair that Summer Games Fest takes its place in more ways than one. So we've kind of already talked about this based on Jeff Grubb's earlier comments in terms of when the showcase could happen. May 25th or June 1st seem like the likely dates this could take place. They're both Thursdays, which is when showcases from PlayStation usually happen, and both are before the start of Summer Games Fest, which starts on June 8th. In terms of what could be there, there's so many PlayStation studios that have been quiet for some time now that could potentially be there, which could make it insane. Spider-Man 2, Factions 2 seem like safe bets. Helldivers 2 was also recently leaked, so that's probably going to be there as well. Outside of those, a bunch of first-party studios have been quiet for some time and could potentially be there, making this possibly one of the biggest shows in recent memory. But you guys let me know if you think the showcase will happen on May 25th or June 1st. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the third story of the video, new head at PlayStation. Reading from Video Game Chronicle, Guerrilla Games co-director Angie Smets has been promoted to head of development strategy at PlayStation Studios. Sony Interactive Entertainment announced on Monday. Smets, a 20-year veteran of the Horizon and Killzone developer, had served as studio head for the past 3 years alongside Jan Bart Van Beek and Michel van der Loo. So it's interesting to see people from Guerrilla Games take on leadership roles on PlayStation as a whole. That level. Herman Holtz obviously is head of Worldwide Studios, and now Angie Smets is taking on the role as the head of development strategy. This is a pretty significant role, as this individual will be planning out the growth strategy at PlayStation for years to come. Of course, good luck to Angie on her new role, and I'm interested to see how PlayStation develops with her at the helm of growth strategy. Now diving into the final story of the video, Killzone and Socom PlayStation 5 updates. So we've been on this topic for some time now, and it looks like it might be at an end. A bit of a refresher on the story here. Since 2018, there's been talk of a secret multiplayer game being in the works over at Guerrilla Games. It's been unannounced for years. This team had two hires that struck the interest of Killzone and Socom fans because these two hires worked on past titles from both of these franchises. These two people are Chris Lee and Simon LaRouche. Chris Lee worked on Socom Tactical Strike, Socom Confrontation, Socom Fireteam Bravo, and Simon LaRouche worked on Killzone 2 back in the PlayStation 3 days. Seeing both of these guys return to PlayStation after working on other shooters like Rainbow Six Siege, many believe that Sony was secretly bringing back Killzone or Socom in the form of an online-only title. Well, recently it seems they've updated their LinkedIn. Not sure how long ago this happened, but both of these guys have updated their LinkedIns to now say they're both working on the Horizon online multiplayer title. This title was confirmed by Guerrilla in December of last year, but when I heard this, I said, no way would Sony hire ex-Socom and Killzone Rainbow Six Siege developers to work on a third-person cartoony Fortnite-looking Horizon online title, but it seems like here we are. Sadly, this has now been confirmed that these Killzone and Socom vets are working on the Horizon title as per their own LinkedIn accounts. Now, this isn't to say those games could never return. Killzone, for example, still has the potential to return in VR, but Socom doesn't have anything as of right now. This is it, really. This is the end of this long 5-year rumor. But you guys let me know if you're disappointed like me hearing these guys are working on the Horizon title, or do you not care? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. As it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "It is a new week." This week could potentially have a lot of interesting information. Obviously, today we got the new head of PlayStation development strategy get announced, Angie Smets. Later on this week, we have CMA's final decision on the Activision Blizzard deal going live on April 26th, so that's going to be a crazy day. And Sony's financial quarter call is also happening on the 28th, so that could potentially reveal sales numbers for a PlayStation VR 2, shut down some rumors there, and the discussions and all of those debates over there. It's going to be an interesting week, and this is just based off what we know so far. These things are confirmed things, but there could potentially be other announcements as well if PlayStation's dropping this on a Monday morning. Maybe they could have more later this week, and if they don't, there's still the CMA final decision, so there's going to be debates there. And of course, the financial call always has some juicy stuff coming out of that as well. So if you're excited for a new week, destroy the comment section with "It is a new week," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.
They will know Helgan belongs to the Hell.